YouTube, man, what's going on? It's LNH back with another video. Today we have to talk about it, man. The son of two NBA players, number one Bryce James and number two Kiyan Anthony, because a lot of people have been wondering what's going on with Melo's son, and of course Bron's son. Everyone knows and has been tuned in, but let's break it down, get right to it, man. Number one, of course, Bryce James. You guys know this picture has been going viral for a while now. Of course, the height difference between Bronny and of course Bryce James. Now the height difference is looking crazy. Of course, you guys know Bryce is getting super tall. Now Bronny's probably listed around 6'2", 6'3". I think it would be a stretch to say 6'4". And of course, then you have Bryce, which if he's taller than that, man, I think this dude's potential is going to go crazy. Now, whenever we talk about genetics and the son of NBA players, man, it looks like Bryce is the one that really is getting the genetics, because here, if he has that type of height, and even that type of height would translate to his game in the game of basketball, you're going to be able to do a ton more the taller you are. A lot of people know that the taller you are, man, it just makes things a lot easier on the basketball court for you. And for sure, with that combination of scoring ability plus the actual body that he seems to be growing into, I think the sky is the limit for this dude. But I think what a lot of people are not realizing is how hard it is for these sons of NBA players to actually move forward and perform super well despite everything that's given to them. Now you have to think about it. People like Bronny and even Bryce, look at what's provided for them, and especially Kiyan Anthony. You have to think about it. There's so much provided for these dudes. It's a whole different type of dedication they have to be able to stay focused on the game of basketball. There are so many distractions for these young guys to be able to be doing a million different things, and Bryce is one of those few players that I think seems to be locked in a little bit different than some of these other hoopers. Now, of course, people have natural scoring ability and different types of talent, and genetics makes a huge difference. But after seeing that picture, number one, and just how Bryce's overall game has been maturing so far, being that, of course, yes, he is a freshman, but he is playing on JV and is still scoring the ball, playing pretty well. I think this could be a major factor and a major point into how well he's going to be playing in the future and just his overall talent level. And you guys know height can determine a lot of different things whenever we talk about basketball skill, if you're going to be playing in college, the NBA, overseas, whatever. And I think in this case, with that height and natural scoring ability, man, I think the sky is the limit for this dude. Again, remember, Bronny is 17, 6'4". Bryce is only 14 and already taller. Never forget that, because I think this is just showing you how good of a hooper this dude is going to be. Because let me know, if you could choose any high school basketball team, you have any team, any hooper to choose from in 2K, and they brought high school to 2K, what hooper would you choose? Let me know in the comment section down below. But next we're about to talk about Kiyan Anthony, because I've never covered this dude on my channel. And of course, a lot of people have been wondering, how good is Melo's son? People always talk about Bron's sons, and no one really gives spotlight to this dude. So today is his day. But let's take a look at it. Now, of course, he is also a freshman as well, class of 2025. And this dude is actually around 6'2" and playing that point guard position. Now, some sources have actually stated he is the top player in the country, top 100 in the country, and even has interest so far from Bryant, which is another school, but definitely not known for basketball like that. Now, he's actually playing at Christ the King, which is a school in New York, and they have a solid program. Definitely have had a lot of hoopers come out of there that can really hoop and play the game of basketball very well. Some of you guys know, of course, Lamar Odom, Coffee Coburn, it was another hooper that went there, and they have a ton of talent. But I'm not gonna lie here, some of this footage, man, some people were not impressed with how he was playing. Now, I think being so young, it's tough to judge hoopers, and I think definitely not a lot of people have really been critical on how this dude has been playing. It looks like, number one, his really bread and butter for the game of basketball is just his shooting ability. Now, of course, this dude needs to be able to shoot the ball to move forward, and especially being 6'2", that's not crazy height moving in the game of basketball so far. You guys know you have freshmen coming in probably 7 feet tall, 6'8", 6'9", so definitely 6'2" is not tall at all. But I think whenever we talk about Melo as well, just that scoring ability and natural feel for the game is what really took him to the next level, but also the motivation. And I think that's going to be super hard for Kiyan because number one, even Ball's Life put out a recent video about how he was growing up, him growing up in New York City, him even having an elevator in his home, a lot of different shoes and other things were provided to him that normal kids his age definitely did not have access to that type of stuff. And I think this, on one hand, what a lot of people don't realize, can hinder the kid, because whenever we talk about a hooper, man, you have to have a type of motivation and drive to be the best player out there. Just go out there, do your thing, play the game of basketball, be super solid, continue to stay dedicated and faithful to the game. And how can you do this if everything is provided for you and there's nothing that you really have to work towards? You get to go to a gym every single day, play the game. When you leave, things are provided for you. And I definitely think the motivation factor is going to have to be way different than somebody like Melo or even some of these in general. When we talk about hoopers, the motivation is not really to make it out. This is not your only way out. It's just an option. And of course, your father played, so you end up making this same move. And I think, in my opinion, it's hindering this dude. It's going to be super tough for him to make it to the next level, in my opinion. He definitely has skill, I'm not going to lie, but it's young. It's when hoopers are young, it's super hard to judge how good of a player they're going to be unless we see people really going out there killing in their games. But honestly, sons of NBA players, they are always under the spotlight just because people are going to compare them to their fathers. And in this case, I think Kiyan is definitely getting compared, but not a lot of people shed a light on how good of a hooper this player is. Now, I've already seen people even call this dude a NBA draft prospect, and I think it's way too early to determine something like this. Now, some hoopers are in the spotlight more than others, and I think Kiyan, in my opinion, just was not in the spotlight like that. People really didn't pay as much attention as people like Zaire Wade or even Bronny James or even Bryce as well. And in this case, it looks like he's developing. It looks like he's definitely gaining height. Melo even said that he thought he would be around 6'7", 6'8", so it would be interesting to see how tall this dude does grow. But he's definitely at a school where it's going to challenge him and make him work for everything he has, because that school in New York is a very solid school. And even in all the videos that he's put out, and even Melo admitted it too, that really his son's shooting ability is what's going to separate him, and that seems like his bread and butter for sure. So hopefully this dude can continue to hoop and play well, and I'll definitely keep you posted on how well this dude has been hooping and how well he does in AAU, of course, all these other places. But he definitely has some good highlights, I'm not gonna lie. He looks like he's been working on his game, but again, it's really all about how good you are long term. Players can be good in high school, but sometimes they don't always develop and focus and stay working and stay determined on the game, and they lose sight and they're just not that good at the next level. So hopefully he can continue to grind and work on his game, man. But let me know, what do you guys think about that footage? How good of a hooper do you think this guy is? Let me know in the comments down below. But I appreciate each and every one of you, man. Please like the video. Let me know if you had to choose any high school team in 2K. If you were playing 2K and they put high school squads in there, what team would you choose? Let me know in the comment section down below. I appreciate each and every one of you. Like the video. Let me know what you think. I appreciate it. It's LNH and I'm out.